Means so much, huh?
I'm all right. Terrible.
Take a moment, Harry, and people will be watching this, watching you full of
I can't help
respect
that.
for what you've done.
Yeah, well, I did it. I said a job to do. All these fellas did a good job. All these men, these wonderful men. Young boys are 16, like Jack Banks, he's buried in Jerusalem Cemetery. 16, Dome Light Infantry. There's 48 blokes buried there in Jerusalem. It's on a Villas Bocage, Bayeux Road. They wanted to dig them up and put them in Bayeux, where over 5,000 blokes are buried. But they left, the farmer gave them the field. I'll go there, believe it or not, every day somebody says, you want to go to Jerusalem, Harry? Oh yes, and I get people to take me there. And I lay a cross on all those fellas' graves and a memorial, not every day, but the first time I put a wreath on the crosses there,
Harry,
the memorial.
one of the things you mentioned when you spoke about this memorial is education and how important it is that it's not forgotten. If you were to give a message to young people today, when it comes to making sure they know the history, but also the lessons learned, what would you say?
Well, there's a lot of youngsters come up to me and give me money for the memorial, but they don't, beyond all comprehension about the D-Day. I hope that they will learn to love one another. There's a lot of hate in the world, a lot of greed, and a lot of that's nonsense. Don't worry about that. When King George VI, my sovereign that I served under, all my medals here, George VI was a wonderful man. George VI was a kind man, an understanding man, and he used to have a day of prayer. It's a pity, really, we don't have a month of prayer because we've got so much to thank God for. They have got no time for God, and I don't think we shall ever come round. Turn back, O man, forswear thy foolish ways. We've been stupid. We're so clever, we could blow one another up. But you don't love one another. That's the strongest thing on earth. Love is stronger than death, and he's coming back. Our Lord Jesus said he'd be back, and he will.
Harry.
And it says in the Revelation, I saw a new heaven and a new earth. And that's what I believe too. I believe it. They mucked about with the creed. The Church of England have mucked about with all the services.